Hello, we are Ethical Consumption Before Capitalism Year 3. I'm Joy.
I'm Amy.
I'm Ross.
I'm Michelle.
And our project traces the ethical, economic, and medical discourse on tobacco and opium from 1580 to 1641, a time marked with the rise of mercantile trade and early monopolies. Here, we'll give a demo of our Shiny app.
These networks show authors shared language around these two intoxicants over time, using a sum of weighted features generated from both the text and the metadata. We used k-means clustering to help us group texts that contain tobacco or opium engrams. Author nodes are colored by the average number of texts within each cluster, and these engram edges are colored according to our manual categorization of engrams. You can hover over each node or edge for specifics.
For the documentation part, under the sidebar panel, we have a general documentation about corpus and engrams, which will change based on the topic selected by the user. Once select a topic and time period, the user will be able to view the PCA graph of clusters to have a general idea of the clustering. And the user can also view detailed documentation contains cluster and text info.
These are word graphs created by looking at every instance of tobacco or opium in the selected date range and taking the 10 surrounding words and their parts of speech. The 10 most common of these words are put into the visualization. Words that show up more than once per date range are colored the same so that rank can be traced over time.
Word embedding works by creating vectors out of each word or engram in a corpus and mapping them to a vector space. We're then able to analyze how close the other two word vectors are by computing the cosine similarity, as well as looking for trends over time. So here we can pick a particular group of terms, for example, a gender or a moral themed words, and see the chronological changes of cosine similarity scores between each desired word, like good or consume, and tobacco or opium. On the sidebar, we've also displayed the words most similar to tobacco or opium in each word embedding model.
The data tells us that opium features predominantly in medical texts, with immediate language focusing on the poppy plants and other medicinal substances.
In contrast, tobacco is discussed primarily in the context of commerce, other commodities, foreign regions, and recreational usage.
These trends show us that tobacco was increasingly entrenched into English social life and recreational use, driving demand and incentivizing commercial expeditions and colonial plantations, also prompting moral judgments about consumption behaviors.
Although opium became very important a couple of centuries later, the focus on opium as a medical good reveals a smaller fixation on moral discourse or imperialist justification as compared to tobacco. You can explore our poster, and the QR codes will take you to our Shiny app and GitHub if you'd like to learn more. Thank you for watching.